If you feel frustrated because of your current situation, if you are broke or if you feel stuck in a job that you don't like, if you think there has to be something more to life than just working for someone else, this message is definitely for you, especially if you are in your 20s or something. But to be honest, age is not a excuse for me. We could die tomorrow, and each and every one of us, we have to make the best out of every single moment. Life is a precious gift, and it's short. Even if you live until 150 years, it's not so much time. So I want to encourage you in this video to take a leap of faith and to think about what would you like to do with your life. And I don't mean you don't need to have a perfect plan. You don't need to know, even if you don't know what to do, think about what would you enjoy at this moment. What do you want from life? What would you enjoy in this moment? Even if it's just like traveling or go spending more time at the beach or hiking or whatever, exploring, adventure. Think about it. And also, because I want to encourage you also to let go of fear of failure. Because I absolutely know how it feels to be broke and to feel stuck in a job that you don't like. I was there back in 2017. And I can tell you from my own experience, to be broke or to feel stuck, it's one of the greatest opportunities you can have. There is magic in this moment. It's the perfect new beginning. It's the perfect timing to start something new, to do something. Even if you don't know what to do, start traveling, go somewhere, meet new people, try different things. And I can tell you, most people, most people's only problem is they think they need a perfect plan. They need more finances. They need to have a degree to do something. That's totally bullshit. I don't have a degree. I was traveling the last 7 years. I started with like 2,500 dollar. My money, I ran out of money after 4 months because I was spending too much. But I found my way. I found my way through it. I continue. After 4 months, I had no money left, but I was traveling over 7 years. How is this possible? I don't have a special degree. I broke up my apprenticeship as a truck and car mechanic. I just worked in. I worked a lot of different things. I worked in kitchens, in restaurants. I worked as a plumber and construction site. I worked. I was welding stuff. I as a mechanic. I did gardening, whatever. And I can tell you, especially if you don't know what to do, start traveling. You will find opportunities that you cannot find at the job market. There are people in need who have a lot of money, but maybe they don't have time, maybe they don't know the area, maybe there is always something missing, and you could be the missing link for them. For, and I really know it needs quite some courage, but you can do it. I did it also. I was broken. I was not just financially broken. I was addicted to alcohol and drugs. I was depressed and had a major burnout in 2017. A crazy, a crazy guy fucked me up completely. I wanted to buy a house in 2017, and I started to rent it because the owner told me he would sell it to me. I took a loan from the bank, like $20,000, something like that. I got a loan at a young age because I was working in construction for over more than 60 hours a week. So I had a little bit of money to get a loan. But I bought everything, new flooring. I painted everything. I bought new interior, new kitchen, everything. I made it a beautiful, beautiful place. It was like my dream property. It was like 16 acre in the Austrian Alps, alone in the woods with my own spring and a little river. It was the most fucking beautiful place I ever had, I ever saw. So I was really excited. And when I finished all my work, I told the guy, it's time now. I would love to have, let's talk about the contract that I can buy the house. And when I finished this project, he told me he's actually not the owner. He cannot sell it to me. I was falling out of all the clouds. I hit rock bottom so hard because it was my mistake. I trusted this guy. And but I was 23 years at the time, and I worked my ass off for this opportunity, for this house. It was my dream. And I was homeless before, so I had to start over at when I was 20 years old. So this guy was lying to me. I was completely broken, not just not just financially. It broke me completely. So I had a major burnout at the time. I stopped. I couldn't do my work anymore because nothing made sense anymore to me. I hated this guy. I wanted to leave this beautiful place because I couldn't see this guy anymore, and I had no idea what to do. I had no idea, and I had this stupid loan at the bank, like still $15,000 to pay. And you know, if you don't pay your loan, like in the US or in Austria, in Europe, you will have quite some trouble. So I thought, what should I do now? I need to get out of this situation. So, like I said, I worked so many different things in my life, and I have a passion for cars and dirt bikes and stuff. So I had still, I don't know, 3 or 4 cars, but off-road cars that were not very expensive cars. So I sold all my quads, all my 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 shit cars and all the interior of the house, everything I could, my music equipment and whatever. So when I sold everything, I had like I could pay the loan back to the bank, and I still had, I don't know, like 2,800 euro dollar, like 2005, like $2,500, more or less, and no idea what to do. So I've just thought I need to move to another place. I cannot do it anymore. I hate my job. I want to do something. I just knew that I wanted to be in nature. So I thought, okay, it's time to leave. I want to travel. I want to go to South America. I couldn't speak Spanish. I couldn't speak they have a lot of indigenous languages there. Some countries there, they use no English. They talk very bad Spanish, and they just use their indigenous language. So I thought, okay, it's cheap. There are many cheap places in South America. I love I love the culture, and it's warm. They have no so hard winters in the subtropical tropical regions, so it's easier to survive. In Europe, you will die if you don't have a home in wintertime. So I bought a hammock, I bought a backpack, and I bought rain clothes, and I bought a plane ticket. And I had like, after I bought all this stuff, like, yeah, like still 2,500 euro left, or dollar. It was quite the same course, so it doesn't matter. And I was pretty scared. All of my friends hated me. They 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 started to hate me, except of one guy maybe. He told me he's mad at me because I leave him alone here, but he didn't hate me. But there were friends of mine. They started to hate me. They told me shit you cannot imagine. Also, my family told me I'm completely crazy. I'm completely crazy. Don't do this shit. You will die. You will get lost. They will shoot you. South America, it's dangerous and blah, blah, blah. So that made me, yeah, I don't felt so good about it, what they said, but still, I wanted to do it. And now I wanted to do it even more because I wanted to prove them wrong. I can do it on my own. And another country is not so bad at they tell you, because especially in the US, I guess, and in countries like Germany or Austria and Switzerland, there we have a lot of propaganda. They tell us shit about other countries just to don't go there, not for our security. It's just to stay in our country and to pay taxes, a lot of taxes, and to trust and to believe, and don't go explore too much. Go on vacation 1 week a year or 2 week, that's okay, but nothing more. They don't want us to see the world because we could connect with other people, we could enjoy too much freedom, we could stop working a 9 to 5 job. Because I promise you, there are so many opportunities out there. The world is waiting for you. You just have to show up. And I can tell you, it was not always easy for me. I ran out after 4 months traveling. I ran out of money. Still couldn't speak the language. I was a little bit lost, but I was forced to live in my hammock for over 1.5 years in nature without running water, without I couldn't afford food to buy. I had to work with local farmers. I learned a little bit of their indigenous language and a bad Spanish. So, and I explored the region and I learned quite some stuff. I learned how to process sugarcane and how to ride bulls on the field for farming and stuff, working without heavy equipment, just with machete and with your bare hands. So it was, and it was like a desert without without rain for years, and it was so fucking hot. But I learned all these things, and after 1.5 years, the pandemic hit, and I can tell you, for 3 months straight, I didn't know we had a pandemic because I was in nature. One day, they started to joking about corona, and it means crown in Spanish, and I thought it's a joke. And three months after they told me no, it's a pandemic, that, I thought, okay, people going crazy, nice. So I can tell you, some people think we live in a little bit unstable times. There is a lot of war, pandemic, and stuff going on right now. But I can tell you, it's the biggest opportunity. It's not great to have a pandemic or war, but I can tell you it's the best opportunity to make something out of your life, to make money, to take a risk, and to enjoy your freedom. So the good side about all this drama is a lot of people with a lot of money, they go away from their country. They don't feel safe. They don't want to take a shot. They don't want uh, for the pandemic. They are afraid from war, and they take their money and they try to build a second home base in different countries. And they are a lot of nice people, but sometimes they don't speak the language, they don't have a lot of time, they don't know the area, and they just have money. So there is something missing for them. There's always something missing, and you can be their missing link. There are people waiting for you to help them with your knowledge, with your experience, and you can gain in a few months, you can gain a lot of experience. And maybe you already have something. Maybe you know how to uh, plant trees or to grow food or to weld or to cook or to do something. People like you are needed, especially if you're a foreigner and you are learning a second or a third language. You will find so many great job opportunities. You cannot find it at the job market. You don't need a degree, you don't need anything. You just need two balls and go out there and just do it. You will be rewarded from the universe. Brave people will be rewarded. I love to talk about manifestation and stuff like that. I highly believe in it. I use it. Everyone uses it, consciously or unconsciously. But it's not just about dreaming. You have to prove to the universe, to God, however you want to call it, that you are worthy. You have to take a risk to show that you are willing to go for your dreams. Nobody will knock on your door and tell you, here is your $1 million or here is your dream. Here, I serve it to you. You have to go out and take a minimum of effort. I can tell you, if you are just willing to to take this 5% effort of 100, 5% is enough. The rest will find you. The rest will come to you. People, they will be inspired and impressed by you, by your courage. And it it's doesn't matter the age. I met people there, old people, really old people, 70, 80 years old. The oldest woman was like, I don't know, 85 or something. She was quite slow walking. She was not the fittest woman anymore. And I had a great time with her for some days. I met her at the project, and she told me the only regret she had in life is that she wanted to travel her whole life and she was waiting for retirement. And she always was scared. But at 85 years, she felt so an urge to do it before she dies that she just started alone. Everyone told her also she's crazy. She should stay at home. And she did it. She had the best time of her life. And like I said, it was a great encouragement for me also to do stuff. To do stuff. You will regret it to not start earlier. So that's my I could talk for hours about this. So I will end it here. If you want to support my channel, please hit the like button and write me a comment. You could write just the word trust, just the word trust, or if you want to know something about my journey, or if you need some help, if you want to know something. I was traveling the last 7 years over 15 countries, all over the place, all over the world. So if you want to know something, write me an email. It's in the channel description or write in comment. Do something, start. Time is now. And the worst, the more bad it gets in rich countries like in Europe or the US, the bigger are the opportunities in other countries. So it's the perfect timing. So thank you so much again, and see you in the next video.